Everything is AI automation these days, and it can quickly feel like you're falling behind. But don't freak out, here's an 8-hour video of the typewriter room music from Resident Evil. No, I mean, if you want to get experience with Make.com or Ed8M with automations, I recommend starting with something simple, like a cold email automation that I'm going to share in this video. Plus, this automation is something you could use to get your own clients or sell to other agencies, both on and off Upwork. I've made over 60K freelancing and got most of my clients through Upwork and cold email. So in this video, I'll share my exact cold email automation that I use and how to configure it. If you want to skip listening to me talk, you can download this automation in the link in my description and just go from there. But if you're a beginner, I do recommend you watching so you get a clean overview of how to use Make.com and how to configure each automation. I've tried to keep this video short and to the point, not only to help you out, but also to save me time when I have to poorly edit this slot. This will, unfortunately, however, require you to buy 2 different subscriptions. The first is a Pro Make.com subscription, and the second is a Plus ChatGPT subscription. Also, you will need to find a way to get leads. I've used Outscraper and D7 Lead Finder in the past, so you can eventually email these with this cold email automation. Now I'll share my screen and break down this automation. So here's the automation here. I'll go over this step by step and kind of break things down slowly in case you're very new to Make.com. Each one of these is connected to a different app. So we have a Google Sheets app, we have ChatGPT, and then we also have tools within Make.com that help you do things. This is a router that helps split up different items here. Then we have Gmail, and then again back to Google Sheets, and then again another tool for Make.com to kind of control things. The hardest part is actually configuring each one of these modules to make it do what it's supposed to. This will take some tinkering, but I try to address all the questions that I ran into when I started making this. So first up is a Google Sheets module. This one is search new rows. So if you click in this module, you'll see first you need a connection to a Google Sheet within Google Drive. I have it up here. I'll go over that next. And then you're going to choose to find the file, spreadsheet name, and then sheet name. And then you're going to enter in some criteria for how it's going to search rows. So here's that Google Sheet. We have an email, a company name, a brand, and if it's sent, and then sent number. I'll go over this later on, so don't worry about that. All right, so the way this module works is that it's going to pick a line and start here. And if it doesn't say sent in this column D, it's going to go ahead and send an email. And this is how it looks right here. So here's the filter here, column D, if it does not exist. And then also it's going to make sure in column A that this email does exist. If those criteria are met, it'll proceed with the automation. And then I have it set to a limit of 6. So it'll pull 6 rows at once and then proceed with the automation. Now this is where we're going to get into the accounting system right here. Now, listen, there are other ways to do this, but this is the simplest way that I've created myself to kind of go through things. There's hundreds of ways to do this, but this one is super simple and good for beginners. So that's why I chose these modules and use the exact setup here. Now we're going to enrich and create these emails to send out. The way I have this cold email set up is that I use ChatGPT to find 2 competitors of the brand listed in column C, right? So this module is a simple text prompt ChatGPT and it uses tokens from Make.com, which does cost money. Depending on the plan, it gives you a certain amount of tokens. I think this plan is like 10K tokens, but it's something to watch out for. So it's going to pull 2 distinct competitors from this column C for this brand. Then it's going to create a subject for the email. So it has those 2 competitors. And now it's going to create a subject question about X and Y competitor. That's it. And now this third ChatGPT prompt is going to actually create the body of the email. So we pulled the competitors here, and now we're going to create the email body. So this is the output I wanted to see. I see both X and Y competitors are getting most of the leads in your niche. I can help you get 550 new customers each month and book sales calls through cold email outreach. If interested, happy to help. And then that's it. And then here it goes into actually sending off of these emails. So anytime you're doing cold email, you obviously want to have multiple emails and you don't want to end up damaging your main domain. I have 3 different domains and 2 emails each. And before you actually set this up, I do recommend kind of warming these emails up by sending, more emails each day and scaling it before getting to like hundreds of emails each day. This router here will tell the automation to send emails in order to each of these. So each of them get to send an email. And then right here, there's a filter going in between these. So right click, create a filter. And then this is where it's going to map that sent number to each email inbox. We're going to create the filter and say the sender number, which is right here, equals to 1. So if it equals 1, it's going to be sent by that email box. Now these all go through that same thing, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. So then it'll go ahead and email these, and we have recipient email address in column A. The subject is the result from that ChatGPT right there. And the body is that result from the third ChatGPT module. And then we'll go ahead and send that email. So after that email is sent, it's going to update a row, meaning it's going to write sent in that column D. It's going to add sent here to make sure we don't email them again. Then after that, I have a built-in tool here to sleep. This just delays the automation from going to the next one. I have it set to 2 minutes. So basically, it'll be 12 minutes before this mailbox sends another email again, just for safe purposes. You don't want to spam and have your domain be compromised. I recommend copying this automation if you actually want to use it, and then watch this video over, and then pay specific attention to how each module is set up, specifically this first one, and then how the router and filters are set up. If you follow along, it's pretty simple to get this going. If you're looking to sell another easy service on Upwork, I recommend content writing. I go over how to use ChatGPT to write content that ranks in this video here. So take this, steal this process, and then sell it on Upwork and make some real money. Anyways, always appreciate you guys watching, and hopefully see you in next week's video.